Jake, good afternoon. How are you, man?
I am swell. It is finally a delightful actual fall temperature in Wyoming. Thank the Lord. So yeah, like
Amen
we're
to
talking
that, dude.
coffee and hoodies and yeah.
Hey, here in Jersey, it's Surfboard City. It's like 90 degrees out right now.
Uh,
It's hot. Speaking of hot,
it's
I got a hot topic for today. You and
nice.
I are always talking about going fast. I want to talk about pitfalls of fast and the power of going slow. I realize that sounds like a complete marketing ploy here. You know, our mission in the guild and our mission with our conferences and our mission with our total disruption playbook is always go fast, go fast. But there's some pitfalls, man. Speed kills, right? But also speed thrills. So let's talk about, and we're not necessarily gonna grab the pause like we talked about in our last episode, but this stems from the pause, and this also stems from critical thinking and in a slow manner, and then executing quickly, right? So when I say go slow, speed kills, what do you hear when I say that? Like, does that sound like we're misleading people when we say go fast? Are we lying to everybody, Jake?
No, because it is two things. And like I want to give you mad props. Like you're listening to one of our coaches this week in a huge way, like epic sound bites this morning. I'm loving where Mike's going with this because from a speaker presentation standpoint, like mic drop, mic drop, mic drop, mic drop, like 4 of them in a row this morning. So that was really great. So yeah, everything we talk about is going fast. It is. It's all about going, and we do. We go fast. We go faster than just about anybody else that we know, and there's a reason for that. And it is because of our, it's my most hated word. It's our comfort level with that. It is our acceptance that, you know what, we're going to go this fast. And if we burst into flames along the way, cool, grab a fire extinguisher. Let's keep going. Right. That's what we're okay with. Now, where a lot of people tend to crash and burn. I'm totally running down this race car analogy this morning, where a lot of people crash and burn is they don't use, as we coined it before, North Starism. Like they don't have that point, that straight line. They're not picking their line. They're not picking their line. So this is one of those things. It's a phrase in skiing. It's a phrase in dirt biking and mountain biking and race car driving. You have to pick your line, and you'd have to ride your line, and then you can go that fast. Now, if you don't see the line, if you can't see your line, just going fast for fast stakes that's going to suck. I'm going to just go for broke. You're going off the curve, man. You're sailing off the side of the road. You're, jumping off something you shouldn't be jumping off of because you don't see the line first. So this is where we've heard it said before, go slow to go fast. Well, initially, let's pick race car drivers. Let's go back to this. Before every race, something happens that they never televise. You never see it in just every race. I don't care if you're dirt track, circle track, F1. I don't care if you're supercross, does not matter. The riders or the drivers walk the course.
They do?
They walk the course, man. You will see the greatest drivers ever. Like go watch Ford versus Ferrari. They totally do it. Dude goes out and walks the Le Mans course in the middle of the night. Walks it. So understand, like this is an analogy I'm trying to throw everybody this morning based on what we're talking about this afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I don't know. I'm drinking coffee. Give me a break. Because this is a go slow to go fast. You've got to have a plan. You've got to have a goal. You've got to have that North Starism. You got to have that point in space. You got to pick your line. And then, once you've picked your line, go for broke, man. That's where it's like, I see it. It's beautiful. I love my line. I see it. Now, this is that moment to where a lot of people are like, yeah, but maybe I'm scared. Maybe I should get ready some more. And this is what separates those of it. And like Mike's smiling too, because we've all
get
been
ready
there.
to get ready. I love that line. I've used it 1,000 times.
Oh my God. And we're all guilty of it. Every one of us is guilty of getting ready to get ready. I get ready to go to the gym.
My mother says that all the time. She's like, I'm getting ready to go. I'm like, just go. Don't get ready to
Just
go.
go.
She's 82, so I guess she's going to be get ready to go for a while, but still,
Right. So that's the thing. I'm getting ready to go. What do we got to do? Just go. If you know where you're going, like this is exactly that. If you know my line is I'm going to the grocery store to buy milk and eggs. What more do you need to get ready for? I'm going to the grocery store to get milk and eggs. Take your car keys, put them in your right hand, walk out to the vehicle, start the vehicle, drive to the damn store. Like that's all you have to do. And it's the same thing in business. We talk about this. So how's that landing with you? Is that the direction? Is that feeling right for you today?
It is. And like, I'll use a couple different analogies, right? And to determine this, to determine speed, direction, and course correction, I'll get a little bit on the boring side with key performance indicators. And in our business, we call them KPIs. So if you're trying to accomplish, we'll call it a weight loss goal. Let's say a weight loss goal. KPI, body fat percentage. KPI, scale weight. KPI, energy expenditure. KPI, how does a certain shirt that I haven't washed fit me? How does a certain pair of pants? How does a certain bra top? How does a certain belt fit me? Okay. KPIs can be crude or they can be technical whiz as much as possible, right?
Oh,
you can take a string, wrap it around your stomach, around your belly button, and say, okay, the string measures 32 inches today. I'm trying to get it down to, 29, right? And then every 4 days, keep going, check, measure, right? You don't need any tech. You don't need any tech. You don't need anything, but you do need some sort of KPI. Once you, bless you, by the way, once you go down that line and once you go down the road of going fast, right? You have your KPIs, you execute with craziness. So if I'm on a weight loss track, I'm managing sleep, calories, and energy expenditure, whether that's working out, whatever it may have you. And I'm also kind of managing stress levels along with like hydration. Calories in, calories out, energy in, energy out. Pretty simple stuff. The action of doing, though, is the problem, right? We want to go massively fast with weight loss. We've got to take massive action. You might be restricting calories for a little while. You might be doing cardiovascular and exercise work twice a day. You might be getting up. You might be doing radical things. I don't know. You might be doing Ozempic. You might be injecting yourself with chemicals and fluids. Whatever the methodology is, once you have your North Star, like you were saying, Jake, once you have your indicators that you're regularly checking every 3 days, or in some project cases, every 3 hours, when we'll time out on the weight loss episode for a second. When Jake and I did our Total Disruption Blueprint book launch, we were back and forth with each other, checking the metrics on Amazon. Right, there it is, right there. Mine's over here on the shelf. Right there, we were checking the metrics on Amazon to see if we hit the bestseller list, which we did, right? So for the audience, we did what? Bestseller in small business and entrepreneurship on our Total Disruption Blueprint?
Three different categories. We were number one bestseller in that. So, and we've got the layout for that. Like we're going to talk about that here in a second, as far as the guild is concerned. So Mike, like I don't want to close this loop, but I just want to keep compounding this space. You're talking about from the weight loss perspective. It isn't just I want to lose weight. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to go for broke. That doesn't work. You've got to see the end result. You have got to look in the mirror today. You got to look in the mirror right now, and you got to look in the mirror and you got to see the person you intend to be. You got to see the pants you're going to fit in. You got to see the shorter string. You got to see the smaller belt. You got to see the little black dress. Like whatever it is, you got to see it. You got to embrace it and go, that's me. And that's definitely me by this date. Now we know how damn fast we can go. But if you don't have that North Star, that goal, if you can't visualize, you got to feel it, man. You got to know this is what it is in order for me to go, now I'm going to go that fast. And that's where Mike and I, in this particular aspect, we know where we're going to go. And we're totally okay with just hauling butt to get there. And are we going to break stuff along the way? Absolutely. 100%. We're okay with that. Like how many websites have we broken so far? I don't want to talk about it. It's been more than one. Like, because that's what you do. And you just go, well, we're going to keep going. We don't stop.
No. And back to the weight loss analogy, you know, when you're on your fast track, right, and you see yourself as you want to be, whether your face looks a certain way, whether the shirts have a certain reveal when they sit on your body, pants, whatever the case may be, you look thinner next to your significant other, whatever, right? You look better in pictures, you look better on video, whatever your thing is. It doesn't really matter in this particular example on what the health ring is. Sometimes it could be cholesterol and blood work, right? It could be that technical, that doctor related. But so when it comes time to break your speed, right? I'm on a weight loss journey. Just using weight loss is very, very relatable for this example. You can get borrowed benefits by saying money, relationships, happiness, time, family. You can pick any scenario that you don't like the look of and you're trying to correct. We'll get into influence in a minute and force multipliers and levers. But let me hit this real quick. You know, late at night when it comes time for you to snack and you're trying to lose weight, or when you have to plan your week out because you're trying to prepare meals and nutrition because you know if you make poor choices, that's actually going to slow your progress down. Somewhere along the way, you have to go slow and say, well, let me take Sunday, for example. Let me prepare Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's meals. And then Wednesday, let me do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? You're gonna have to make some adjustments where you hit the pause button and do the work, or you're gonna have to invest in getting more out of what you have now. Food delivery services, healthy meal stuff. You know, again, we're using online personal training, online classes, working out at your own home, working out at your desk if you're that pressed for time. Really coming around the desk and doing some jumping jacks and whatnot. Whatever going faster looks like, whatever the KPIs are, the go slow moments are that stop. Make sure I'm on track. Make sure I'm doing the things to keep my momentum, using my indicators to make sure I'm still going in the right direction. You said it earlier, man. Going fast to go fast, it's not what we're talking about. We're talking about ready, aim, fire, bullet dies, ready, aim, fire, ready, aim, fire, ready, aim, fire. Because eventually all bullets lose momentum. All projectiles get low on fuel. It's impossible not to. Even the wind stops blowing. You're going to have to make sure that you're pausing, stopping, redirecting. So you mentioned something about the guild, and let's talk about our conference real quick. I mean, we're at that segment of the show where, you know,
yep, we're always there. Yep, totally. So we got our conference coming up this Saturday. You can go to, there's a lot of different places you can find it, but the easiest place to find all the resources is our website, www.total-disruption.com, total-disruption.com. You can register for the conference for some extra bonus stuff. We've got like an extra speaker meet and greet. English, man, it's some days is so good. We've got that extra piece. We got a bunch of extra parts. Yeah, we've got some extra giveaways for those that register. You can watch it for free on our Facebook page, on our LinkedIn page, on our YouTube page. You can watch it everywhere. But if you miss some of it, the only place to catch the rest of it is in the guild. So come and register, come and be part of it. Come and watch the conference free on us for 7 days. You can get a 7-day, no harm, no foul. You know, come and steal all our stuff and take off running, and we're going to tip our hat to you, and it's awesome. And for everybody that sticks around, a portion of your proceeds go to Boys and Girls Club of America and Wounded Warriors. So that the other +1 for you, when you go to totaldisruption.com, Mike talked about the book, and he talked about how we wrote it, and he talked about how, there it is, and he talked about how this went #1 bestseller. And we did it in the first 2 days of the book launching. It went #1 bestseller in 3 business categories as a #1 bestseller. It beat out some amazing books. Here's what we'll give you. Guess what's in the guild? We will give you the entire play program on how to do it. We'll show you,
Yep.
we'll give you here's how to write your book. Here's how to publish your book. Here's how to submit your book to publishers, edit, blah, 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 all the stuff and the things, load it to Amazon, and how to be on the #1 bestseller. Go to the guild, get the thing.
Awesome. Thanks, Jake. So let's get back to something. I'm going to keep rolling with this idea. Now, those of us that are on mission, we're going fast. We need support. We need familial support. We need partner support. We need, we'll call a partner significant other. In this day and age, we respect everybody. So whatever you want to call someone or something or some person or some deity, some world, some family, we don't really care. Whatever the significance is of people around you in a standpoint of support, or people that work for you or work with you, or people that work for them, depending on how deep your teams go, how wide your family structure goes, right? How do we now influence and create going faster because we're in our lane? How do we educate people around us, right? How do we tell a culture around us that we're going faster? Some folks we need to pull as levers to use to go faster. Some folks we need to pull as levers to just create support and understand and respect the go fast space, or when we're not going fast. What do you think? I mean, how do you do it, Jake? How do you get people on board?
Oh, this is one of my most favorite topics, and you know it's true. You're just baiting me with this for getting me going on this. So, like, every single time I hit a wall, every single time, I can look back historically to as far back as I can remember. And we've spent a lot of time in NLP working on this. It is never money. It's never resources. Every single time it is a who. Every single time. It's a who every single time. So this is where Mike's talking about. How do we build that support? How do we leverage that? How do we get into that space? So we got to think about it. So, like, the first thing you need to do is those around you that you want their support, they got to know where the hell you're going. You have got to convey the mission. You have got to convey the vision. You have got to tell them, show them, point to it, grab them by the shoulders, turn them and go, my North Star is right there. Like, you have got to get the buy-in from those people, first of all, that they know where you're going. Because if you go to people and you say, Mike, I want to be stronger, there's no way Mike can support me because Mike doesn't actually know where I'm going. He doesn't know how strong I am today. He doesn't know how strong I want to be. What do I intend to lift? What do I intend to carry? Where do I intend to run? Mike's got to know where I'm going. So the first thing, you've got to be able to share that, because if you can't keep it, if you keep it internalized, you're the only one that can help you. I got news for you. You're not that cool. None of us are. None of us succeed alone. Not a single one of us. So, like, we've got to have that around. So first space is, man, you've got to get the buy-in from those people. And some people are going to look at you and go, well, I couldn't do that, so I don't think you can either. Those are the wrong damn people.
And they're
those
out
are
there.
Not your people.
Oh, hold on for a second. That's a great point. I don't mean to kill your role, but let's talk. No. I need to expand this for a second.
Yeah.
You know, because again, there's a move out there where you can go out to social media and say, hey, world, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make 90K in 90 days. I'm trying to lose 300 pounds in 2 months. And you're out there and you're vlogging and blogging and you're turning this thing into a complete social. You're going to get lists and lists and lists and lists of people that just want to sabotage your success or don't think you're worth it. The cool part about putting your stuff out there, right, is you're going to influence somebody in some way. May not be the way you want, but you're going to influence people. Just be ready. Now, again, if you're not ready, you don't have to go influence anybody. It could be positive. It could be negative, right? But part of that going slow to go fast is, hey, man, I know it's coming, right? I'm going to move around negativity, what I perceive as negativity. It's all influence, right? It's all influence. I am moving mountains. If you give me a negative or positive review, the fact that you're giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, you're still giving me something. That's awesome. So you were saying, Jake, those people, right? They're not your crowd. They're not your levers, right? They are indicating you're doing something correct, though.
There it was. Yeah, that was, yeah, man. Mike and I love when we get the negative feedback. Honestly, we do. We feed on this negative feedback piece where people are like, well, man, you're going. So I've never seen anybody be able to do that before. I don't think you can do it. Awesome. Because guess what? That particular person, in our opinion, mind you, and this is going to, however you guys take this, like we look at them as they have not achieved what we're trying to do. And that's okay. Not everybody is going to achieve what the other person is going to do. But when they're being negative about it, they're seeing us being disruptive. They're seeing us do something that they didn't accomplish for themselves, but we're passing that. And you're going to see it with those people. It's going to happen. But like, we know we're doing things right when we have a few people that are like, whoa, 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 time out. You're going faster than I am. Good. We need to go faster. And so then you're going to find some new people. You're going to find additional people. So when Mike's talking about going out to social media and announcing it to the universe, awesome. Yes. And you are going to get a lot of stuff. The reality is you need a core. You need 5. You need 5 people, 5 people, like to be your mentor, to be your role model, to be your warrior champion, and to be that person that loves you so much that is going to say, dude, you said you were going to get here. You're a long way from that. What do we got to do to push the button? Like the people that love you so much that are going to, when you fall down, they're going to pick you up, that are going to be that person. So like in my first book, we wrote about this a lot. And it's the 5 rings, and it's the 5 people in each ring. You guys have heard me quote Jim Rohn a lot. You are a product of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So if it's in your health journey, if you have a specific goal, I need to look like a slice of cheese by the end of this summer, right? I use that reference because if you think about that, big shoulders, little ankles, right? So I need to look like a slice of cheese by the end of the summer. I need to hang out with people that look like a block of cheese, not a wheel of cheese. Like, let's get really clear who I need to spend my time with. If I need to be like Mike and I are positioning ourselves around people, we have a very specific growth goal in mind. We are reaching out to people that have done what we have already passed where we are. Like, we are engaging them. When you were here, what did you do? But here's the cool part. Those people are like, oh yeah, I love what you're all about. Here's what I did. They're going to share. You just have to ask. Like, all we're having to do is just ask. And the people, even us, like we're in a place, we're further along than a lot of people in our audience. And that's cool. All you have to do is ask. When you were here, how did you feel? Where were you? We'll tell you. Like, we're happy to share that. Reach out to, engage us on social media, engage us in the guild, show up at the conference, engage. Dude, we want to hear from you, and we want to know what you're thinking. That's absolutely true. And it's such a big piece of the power of the people you're around.
I like 5. Where'd you get 5 from, first of all? But I like 5 because I've done circles where I've gone bigger than 5. Now, if you're in a group model like we have in our guild, right, you'll hear from dozens of people, right? It doesn't mean you're listening to everybody. What you're going to find is the cool thing about certain communities is there's major overlap. And Julianne always talks about borrowed benefits, and I constantly like quote her on borrowed benefits all the time in terms of the group model. The strongest piece is when you're assembling your 5. If you've got 5 layers deep, now you've got 25 of the same versions. Then you'll hear nuances and tweaks, right? But it's 5. But how'd you come up with 5?
It's a research piece. And there's
just make it up because you got 5 fingers, you close them and it's a fist.
Well, that makes it easy too, right? That makes it super easy, and that's true. But like, the number 5 has power behind it. 1, if you're going down that road. So, and 2, there's been a bunch of research. Now, here's the challenge. I would guarantee you, because we've done it, we've played this game, that pick a ring in your life, right? Pick whether it's faith, whether it's health, whether it's family, whether it's business, or whether it's wealth. There's your 5 rings of impact. One of those rings. Who are your 5 role models, mentors, or influencers in that space? That, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being they suck, and 10 being they're Gandhi, right? They're the person. They're that level. Where are they? If you have somebody under 5, they don't belong there. They're the wrong role model. Everybody should be a 6, 7, 8, 9. Nobody's a 10. 6, 7, 8, 9. and scale that. But it is rare that you will actually, if you do this exercise, it is rare that you will actually have 5 people in there. You usually have to go find them. Most people have 2 or 3. So 5 is even a stretch.
All right. Well, there's your homework, everybody. We are out of time. So I'm Michael Abersi for Jake Lindang. We'll see you next time on Total Disruption.